What's up, everybody? Welcome back and happy Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers, bringing you your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. And they're still there for you in the description to this video on the Facebook, so go ahead and check out their pages after the show here. So today, still got rain in the south along that Gulf Coast. That system is still kind of just trucking along. So watching that, it's continuing to just dump water basically onshore. So we got some coastal flooding going on. And then if you're not in the south, I guess this is not updated. I'm just standing in front of this. All right, if you're not in the south, up north, you're going to have some snow chances, and then we're talking about the pattern update into the coming weeks. So we're getting into all that in a second, but before our weather, come see us out Weather the Storm, guys. The episode is out today at 5 p.m. Central, so come see Weather the Storm. It's on Atlas's Roofing YouTube page. You guys can go watch episodes 1 through 4 anytime, and then again, episode 5 is coming out today. So now getting into our current weather. Again, there's that Gulf system. It's just chilling, and it's moving all this water up north onto shore in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. We've already got some good rainfall out through that way, and more to come. This is beneficial. This area is in a pretty significant drought right now, so a ton of rain happening. It is causing, again, potential for coastal flooding, but overall, this will help that area for this time of year. The rest of us, pretty sunny in the southern plains, and then we do have a system that might spit out some snow in parts of Montana later on. But overall, the weather down south here is generally nice. Texas drying out, now warming up to 66 degrees, 64 out in Denver, and then a little bit cooler once you move up north towards that jet stream. But for our watches and warnings, up north in Montana, there's your winter weather advisory. If you guys are below 3,500 feet, 1 to 3 inches in snow accumulation, but you could get over 10 inches of snowfall here if you're above 6,000 feet. So it really just depends on where you're at elevation-wise, but basically could get some decent snow accumulation if you're anywhere in that purple contour there. Then down south, we got flood galore. All right, so if you're in this bright green, anywhere in Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, you're under a coastal flood advisory, and that's just for minor coastal flooding here and there. But if you're in this Florida flood watch, you could potentially see, some low-lying areas and some rivers flooding, swelling up. That's going to last until Thursday. And then if you're in these Louisiana and Mississippi deep green contours there, that's where you're in a coastal flood warning. That's some pretty significant water that's, getting spit up onto shore. And you could see some parks, some roadways getting flooded now. Only expecting some minor closures here and there, but regardless, this is going to be a little bit more impactful in terms of flooding from this system, and that is also lasting until Thursday morning. So just a ton of water through the southeast. This is over the past 24 hours, okay? So almost a half an inch more in Houston, over an inch in New Orleans, over a half an inch in Lafayette, and again, it's continuing. So we should see more rainfall accumulating over the next 24 hours in addition to what we've got in the last 24 hours. And then Florida out behind me has just got a scattering of some rain here and there, but again, more expected. Here's what we got coming for the next 2 days here. We got some systems being pulled up and over the Florida peninsula there, but the main guy is kind of sitting just south of Mississippi and Alabama right now. There's your 5 p.m. commute, so if you're pretty much anywhere along I-10 there, you're going to be dealing with some rain on your way home, okay? Same with a lot of the southern portion of I-65, I-75, anywhere in there is just getting rain. And then, moving into the overnight hours, we're continuing. Should get some heavier bands now spitting up on shore until Wednesday in the afternoon hours, and then we should start to fizzle out a little bit. But stuff coming in the west, moving to the west, I should say, coming in from the east in Florida, as well as this system that's coming in from the Gulf. So if you guys are kind of along the Florida east coast, could get a couple of systems putting rain into your area. So for the next 72 hours, I expect a wet 72 hours here. By tomorrow afternoon, over an inch of additional rain in New Orleans, over 2 inches possible in Panama City Beach, and over an inch and a half possible in a lot of other cities here. Find your city on the map there. And that's what we're expecting into tomorrow afternoon, and then through Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon, still seeing rain, just getting pushed up onto the coast. And Miami could particularly see some significant rainfall amounts over the next 72 hours with, again, multiple systems coming in from different directions. So significant rainfall possible for Florida as well as parts of the southeast from this system continuing into Friday. And then not so impactful, but not as impactful as the Gulf, but still significant here. We could see some snowfall starting Wednesday for the Montana Rockies there. So if you're near like Kalispell area, could get over 10 inches. And again, that's at the higher elevations, you're going to see more. But yeah, could get some decent snowfall out through western Montana, just north of Missoula, into the later part of this week. So the rest of us down in like the central U.S. should be set for today in terms of getting out, doing some work, or just being outside in general. Sitting in the 60s and 70s, clear sunny skies, not really working with much wind. Now if you're down in the southeast or up in the northwest, kind of where we talked about, that's a different story in terms of roofing conditions. It's going to be more touch and go. But the rest of us, really, really nice. Same story for tomorrow, 71 degrees for our Dallas friends, 66 in Kansas City. A lot of 60s and 70s across the board. But now, Wednesday afternoon, starting to get some rain from a different system swinging up onto the west coast. So the main story here is going to be rain for our coasts. But the rest of us, pretty nice weather. This should be kind of the end of a generally dry spell here for the central U.S. All right, we've had this flat jet stream moving over us, not a ton of disturbances, but into Wednesday afternoon, again, there's that low pressure system that's going to be spitting all that rain up onto the U.S. west coast. And then check out what it does into Thursday afternoon. Start to get another dip in the jet stream. That should bring a cold front up to the upper Midwest and the Ohio valleys. And ahead of that cold front, we are expecting some rain, some heavier rain, potentially, bordering on that thunderstorm status with maybe a couple flashes of lightning, and then possible to get some wintry mix tracking into the northeast by the end of your work week here. So a couple different systems bringing a couple different weather hazards here. All right, so there's your U.S. Gulf Coast system that's bringing that rain, and then out here, your San Fran got that rain moving in. So some folks seeing rain ending, some seeing rain beginning over the next couple of days, and then watching up north, we should see that cold front drop down. There you go. Bring more out to the Ohio Valley, and again, potentially watching for a wintry mix coming in behind it with some colder air for the whole upper parts of the Ohio Valley into the New England states by the end of the week. So a few different systems there, and then we're not done. It's middle of November, and the Caribbean is doing the tropics. So 10% chance of development for this guy over the next couple of days, working with some wind shear, and we'll take a look at that in a second. But over the next 7, could potentially encounter some better conditions for development. And as that tracks up towards Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, could possibly see some development on this storm system. So should be moving this way, kind of out of the main U.S.'s neck of the woods, but still heading towards some population potentially. You got some decent heat potential in the Caribbean right now, still staying nice and warm in those waters. And wind shear wise, all right, it's kind of lingering near a pocket of low shear right now. We're going to need to see that favorable environment track up to the north to continue to see development. So that's kind of why 10% over the next 2 days, right? It's only got this area of good conditions to work with, but over the next 7, we could possibly see that spread northward and see more development on that system. So just going to leave you guys today with our hail trace trivia. If you guys were on our stories, the question was, what are the key ingredients for thunderstorm formation? We've got lifting mechanisms, we've got instability, moisture, and heat. Which one was not a key ingredient was the way our story post was formatted. But basically, here's our 3 required mechanisms for thunderstorms to form. We need moisture, all right, we need those high dew points because moisture does rise, all right, so we need that, instability as well, and then a lifting mechanism, which could range from a cold front, it could just be a warm air advection, it could be moisture advection, because of, which advection just means kind of moving into your area. So moisture or heat moving up into your area could potentially spark some severe weather to form. So we need these 3. Heat does help with storms, but it needs to be relative heat. You can can get, storms forming in, the upper peninsula of Michigan where it might not be 70 degrees. It just really kind of depends on your environment. So these three guys are what thunderstorms need to form. And then to get severe thunderstorms, you tend to need wind shear, which is just rotation in the air. So fun little facts there about how different thunderstorms form. If you guys played our trivia and got the right answer, congrats. And if not, hey, I hope you, still enjoyed learning about thunderstorm formation. So we'll have more on Tuesdays. Going to try to do like a Trivia Tuesday or something for you guys. So stay tuned to all of our pages here, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. Smash that subscribe button everywhere else, and all of us fun stuff like trivia and our weather information in the morning comes out on our Instagram and Facebook Reels, so go ahead and check those out. Then if you want to get in contact with us, or if you guys would like to invest in a plan, go ahead and scan that QR code up above me or click the link in the description to this video and we will get you set up. You can give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out hailtrace.com for more details. And we'll be back tomorrow, but for now, I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers. Thanks for watching.